everyone! I am Mecha Random 42 and we have an awesome Star Trek Discovery article to go through. Also, if you're brand new to the channel, there is a trigger warning. If you love Star Trek Discovery, this is not the channel for you. I have a very less than stellar view of Star Trek Discovery, and I do rant quite a bit here and there. So let's just get right into it. This article came out today? No, 2 days ago. Wow, I'm late on this one. This is from IGN. Star Trek Discovery's Mary Wiseman on Short Bus Trek and Tillys Journey in Season 2. Oh, Lord. This is written by Jesse Sheedine and Scott Cholera. Is it Cholera? Cholera? Oh, man, I'm pronouncing your name wrong. I don't want to make fun of your name because, yeah, these articles. So, if you've been waiting anxiously for the Season 2 premiere of Star Trek Discovery, the wait is about to get a little easier. Oh no, I haven't been waiting. I've been dreading every moment and counting down the time until Star Trek Discovery comes back. Like a prisoner on death row marks off his wall for the day he's going to be executed. That's my dread of Star Trek Discovery. Today marks the debut of the first installment of Star Trek's Short Treks, a series of short films focused on various characters in the Discovery time period. The first of these is Runaway, which focuses on Mary Wiseman's character Tilly. IGN Scott Cholera had a chance to chat with Mary Wiseman this week and learn more about Runaway and what to expect from Tilly in Discovery's second season. Read on to learn what she had to say. Well, I will. We are. This is not going to keep my interest. This elven Lord of the Rings character that you're trying to pass off as Spock. When did this come about? From your perspective. Yeah, this is the first I had ever heard about it was through executive producer Alex Kurtzman, which is pretty cool. I have a lot of respect for Alex. Oh, I'm sorry, Tilly. You have to say that because you're paid to. I think he's a pretty cool guy, I'm sure. See, my problem with Alex Kurtzman, it seems like he's just does whatever the network execs tell him. He's probably too nice. This is how we got the crappy Mummy remake with Tom Cruise, like, dictating everything that happened in it. Because Alex Kurtzman didn't say no. So he told me that he co-wrote it, oh god, with his writing partner, which is why it was so bad. And I thought it was pretty cool, and I was immediately on board. I was pretty excited for Tilly to kind of get her own little kind of story. Which we were excited for too, until we realized how bad it was. Oh. When did you guys shoot this one? It was after you started shooting Season 2, right? And she says, right. So we shot on set alongside her main unit, which was fun. I mean, it was just right in there, right in our ship with all our friends. What was it like for you to kind of not work with your regular group there? They keep saying kind of too much. They really could have edited this down and not done it like the way people speak. It seems you guys have become pretty tight-knit during the course of the first season, and it really felt like Tilly was on board doing her own thing. Right, yeah, says Wiseman. And that's exciting, you know, for me, for Tilly to get a little moment to see how she handles a conflict or an issue alone, you know? She has a lot of mentors on the ship. She's got about 5 of them. And it was nice to see her, you know? So it was nice to see her have to deal with something difficult on her own. You can't grow unless you're tested in that way. And she should have been arrested and tried for treason after the end of this episode. Oh my god. She needed that experience, I think. With that being said, you know, our Star Trek family is the cast. It's also the crew, and a lot of them also came over for this project, which was incredibly generous of them. They were working, you know, extra time, and they worked really hard, and it was nice to still have your family there. There's a consistency, a continuity within the shorts of all of our family being there and helping make it together. She says you know way too much. She says you know way too much. Also, we are in the middle of a live stream recording this article, so thank you guys so much. Shout out to the chat. I will get back to you guys in just a minute after this article. Please don't feel like I'm ignoring you guys. Also, if you guys do like this video, we do a lot of these live during our live streams. IGN goes on to ask, could we talk a little bit about Tilly in general and how this might inform where we find her in the short? We've heard that she has issues with her mom in the past. Can you just talk a little bit about where the short is bringing her after what she went through in Season 1? Yeah, I mean, it's interesting you bring up the mom thing. These characters, we've gotten to know them over the first season, but they are not like a lone star. They're constellations. Oh, Lord. They come from family. They come from history. And I think we'll be able to explore that more and more as the series goes on. And for Tilly, she has this relationship with her mother that she gets to explore and has to allow to grow. So I'm really grateful that we got to touch on that, because all of her experiences are the results of all the other people in her life. And so that pushes her out of her character for me. And I hope for the audience. And I think also the command training program, which is a huge success for her at the end of season 1, is a point of confusion. How does she be a part of this command training program and also follow on her own values? You know, how does she live up to that? Get the support that she needs to continue on her path and that kind of success to the best of her ability. This is really important to her, so she's going to take it really, really seriously. It's going to be a big part of her life from now on. IGN asks, Tilly got a really great fan response when the first season debuted. Did you expect that? No way. It still surprises me. There's an aspect in there that's like, Tilly is Tilly. She's also quite a bit of me. And for people to kind of embrace her and really love her and see themselves in her, it's unlike anything I've ever experienced. It's really special to me. It's really heartening and amazing and mind-blowing. No, I definitely didn't expect it, you know. Just go in and do your work one at a time. It's pretty amazing. Oh, and that's the thing with Tilly. She was like the only character that was a character. Yeah, Sebastian Simonson. STD has characters? Exactly. She's the only one who had characters. What's a Tilly? Brad Noble asks in chat. Oh, Tilly is the only character that's a character. Now, early on in the first season, she kind of mentions that she has a disability. It got a lot of people buzzing, like, what's she talking about? You know, is she on the spectrum? Were people reading too much into that? What's that in reference to? Yeah, I think so. I think the disability line is referring to her allergies to viscoelastic polyurethane foam, and that may be what makes her snore, but then she snores anyway when she has her correct pillow. I think she's referring to allergies, to being a sensitive human in an insensitive world. But, you know, I'm glad you asked that question. I think it's super important that we be clear about this. I don't think Tilly was written this way with that sort of neurodiversity in mind. That being said, if people see themselves in Tilly, I think it's incredibly beautiful and incredibly important that we don't get in the way of that. Well, and that's kind of how you do a character. You let people identify with it. That's why Tilly actually stands out. And Star Trek has a long history of representing all different sorts of people in all different sorts of metaphorical ways. So I encourage people to see themselves in Tilly, feel represented, dress up as her, you know? Do all the things you need to do to engage with this character. Because the one thing we're not going to say is, no, you don't get to do that. She is for the fans. She is for you. Yeah, and like you said, that is really what Star Trek is all about in a lot of ways. Yeah, absolutely. How long is this article? This is a super long article. Holy crap. Now, have you seen some good Tilly cosplay? I know you've done a bunch of conventions and stuff. Oh my gosh, yes, I've seen so much good Tilly cosplay. I've seen a lot of Captain Killy. I've seen a lot of Cadet Tilly with dreads. I've seen stuff. It's the most incredible experience. I think I'll probably fangirl over the cosplayers more than they do over me. I know we're not talking spoilers, but just in terms of you as an actress, where would you like to see Tilly go in season 2? What is the next hurdle for her? Yeah, as an actor, I'm always interested in my characters getting in trouble. Because conflict is, you know, the great determinator of someone's mettle. She says you know a little bit too many times. And so I want Tilly to have to face more conflict. I want her to have to face that alone, to figure out how to navigate through that. And I think we'll get to see a lot of that, definitely in the short and otherwise. Oh, the DVD's also coming out in November. Please don't promote that. Don't buy it. Did you do interviews for it, or were there any special features that you contributed to for that? Still to come, but I'm very excited for people to have something they can hold in their hand. I don't know. Getting to be on the DVD is a huge step for me as an actor. This isn't the world I imagined for myself, so I'm pretty excited. Oh, they've got her in Star Trek Online. Apparently, the Star Trek Online stuff is getting so much hate, too. Is that snot in Tilly's hair? No, this is a noodle. The replicator exploded in this episode, if you guys haven't seen it. They're asking in chat. And thank you so much, 51 people, for hanging out here. This is amazing that you guys are just letting me read this article live for you. What about the game that you participated in? Can you tell me a little bit about that? About what it was like to work on it? Oh, it was really cool. I'm not much of a gamer myself. I'm more of a Mario Kart person, but it was really cool. To get to be part of a video game is pretty neat. That somebody animated me is very exciting and weird. Yeah, and I've gone in and recorded it. The scripts are so good. No, I've heard that they're kind of terrible. Oh, Lord. From a point in Tilly's life that we haven't seen yet, from when she was at the academy and so on, I think is going to be really fun. It's interesting to me as an actor who she was before she got here, before she met Michael. I don't think she's really grown that much since she met Michael. She's still pretty much the same character. Maybe she has a little more confidence when she sees how fucked up Michael is. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, how much of a backstory do you take now as Tilly's backstory? Is that basically canon as far as you're concerned? Yeah, that's my actor canon. Absolutely. Do you have actor canon in your head that helps you inform where Tilly's at? Maybe it's not officially sanctioned by Kurtzman, but it's your own ideas? As an actor, I have to. See, this is the exact opposite of Michael Burnham. Like, Sonequa Martin Green says, no, I blindly follow everything the actors and directors say in the last article we read with her. People have buttons based on their history. So it's important to me that I have those. And when they're contradicted by a script, I am open-minded and just go with the flow and surf on those changes. That's huge, that's a big part of, quit saying, a lot of our processes is filling in the gaps. And then the new information comes to us, realizing all these different things for the character. And that's the best part, learning about your character and getting to really become more sensitive about things is really the best. And the writers are very good at that. Oh, yeah. So, and then we got ads for everything else. So, what do we think of this article? My thoughts. Well, my thoughts on this article is she says way too much, but she actually puts more work into her character than Sonequa Martin Green does. And I think this is why Tilly is one of those characters that people really, really identify with and actually latch onto. And even for me, as somebody who hates Discovery, I can still find good in Tilly's character, It's Rob Shlomo, Rob in chat. Hello, Rob. He says, it's shit. Yeah, and well, the whole show is shit. We know the show is shit. We know it's terrible, but at the very least, like, I can give props to Mary Wiseman for at least trying. She at least tries to develop the character and to do the work and to kind of put the headcanon in there so she knows, okay, Tilly would say this, Tilly would say that. That's kind of, as an actor, I have a lot more respect for that than just blindly following your director. Now, that being said, yes, you want to follow your director, you want to follow your scripts, but you can kind of go, hey, this thing wouldn't work here. And that's just kind of my opinion on there. Yes, and bless her big boobed heart. Oh, poor Mary. She seems like such a sweet girl, and this is why I had such a hard time being so pissed at the Short Bus Trek episode where her character did some of the stupidest things. Like, I will link that video in this description here of my review of the episode of Runaway. And yeah, her character did so many things that would have just completely been illegal in Starfleet. There's no way security wouldn't have noticed. There's no way she wouldn't have been at least reprimanded. She would have been disciplined for doing the things she did in that episode. So much of the writing just didn't make sense. And if you haven't watched Runaway and you're curious, maybe go watch it, but man, it's not good. I do not recommend it. Oh boy. I mean, this is a really interesting article. I mean, I love the fact when we get articles like this, I do have to give them props on IGN for giving, what IGN asked and her response, and not giving us bullshit like they do with Kelly Marie Tran, where they kind of take snippets of what she said for some of these articles. But thank you guys so much for watching. Tell me what you think of what Mary Wiseman said. Come by the live streams. I'm recording this in the middle of a live stream. I'm going back to my chat. Definitely, there's Twitter, Patreon, like, subscribe, share, check out my Short Bus Trek review of Runaway, and I'll see you guys on the next video or live stream.